It's the Eagles and the Huskies on Sunday Night Primetime.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Huskies of Anchorage. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, look at this Anchorage team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they're hitting their stride. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Another run with McAllister. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun. Bonner got his man complete over the middle. That's Caldwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to throw. Bonner. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Up the middle they go with McAllister. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. On 1st and 10, Bonner. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 28 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run for it here with McAllister. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Huskies will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Phillies offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game. And you win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete. When you look at this defense, it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass. And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. The numbers for Smith a week ago: 4 catches, 51 yards.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the number 1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
Yep, as a result, knocks it down. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They just got to go seize it.
In motion left, Hill. On the give, McAllister with it. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Hold in here, Caldwell. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on 1st down. Bonner. It's completed to Caldwell. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. It looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A handoff to McAllister. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the 20, here's 2nd and 4. On the carry, it's McAllister. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, they'll run it with McAllister. Now, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll try and run for it. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Back to throw. Bonner. That is going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try to put some pressure on the defense.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing is Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 1st down, Hurts. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
Here is 3rd and 5. Hurts. That is caught. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Hurts sets up to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is good. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Dolphins who come away victorious on the road. Tua Tagovailoa leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. DJ Moore leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the LA Rams and the Chicago Bears.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, and pick up the 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Off the play fake. Bonner.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. This is McAllister, and they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, Bonner. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you said, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, it makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
A deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Douglas able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. On first down, Douglas. His throw incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They'll look to throw again.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field and took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Shudak. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now by word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
To throw on second down. Bonner. They complete it to Hill. That one a first down pickup of 8. And defensively they were in zone covers there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Bonner. He finds his man. Complete. It's Caldwell. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Douglas. And this one is incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Douglas. It's caught. Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, Douglas. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll look to throw.
intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. Back to throw. And this one complete to Smith. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. He's back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You applaud the aggressiveness, but I think you're better served there going after the first down, or at least getting a little more yardage for your kicker. This is going to be no gimme from here.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. To throw on third down, Bonner. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So now the Eagles down 13-10, 53 ticks to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And this is one of those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, that changes everything.
Back to throw.
Chance to scan the field there. It felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He'll look to throw.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back to throw again. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And they get him down the man before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. At that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this thing go deep for Caldwell. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better,
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
So they bring out their punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Net score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down. Play action. Here's Hurts. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in. Another nice job there defensively. They really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Now a play fake here on first down. Connecting with Hill. And he takes us beyond the 45 before going out of bounds.
How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
They'll run here with McAllister. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Draw play. Here's McAllister. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 3rd and 2.
Third and 2.
Looking to throw. Bonner. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So a change of possession here on the punt. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it. I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny them the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable to determine a winner.
Well, can I say it? I think it's a fair outcome of the kind of game that we had, pretty evenly matched. But here's where it gets tough. Because it was a night game, makes it much shorter on the turnaround, doesn't it? Especially for the visiting team.
So that'll just